Alright boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, and today we are test riding the Benelli TNT 125. Much anticipated, I know. Now, let's hear her fire up. One thing about this is you have to be on the bike because the kickstand has to be up, which is great. Full stock exhaust, let's hear it. Now I don't want to rev it too much, I might piss off all these people. They might think that someone's revving their lawnmower outside the house. Look, I'm going to get this out of the way. This is a mini bike, right? It's not it's a little mini bike, a hooligan commuter machine. It's not a CBR 250RR. It's not even a R3. It's its own category. This is like the Chinese version of a Honda Grom. Right? So get anything out of your head in terms of speed, numbers, sound. This is purely a fun factor kind of bike, which is how I'm going to do this first ride review. For those of you that haven't watched my channel for a little while, I'll let you in on a secret. This isn't my first ride, but we're just going to pretend it is, and then I'm going to do a long-term review later. But when you get on it, does it feel tiny? Now I'm 6'2". I'm about 98 kilograms at the moment. So I'm a chunky boy, and it is small, but I don't feel like, I don't know. It's a hard one to explain. Yes, it feels small, and yes, your knees are meant to sit under this thing, right? This tank, and my knees don't. They sit kind of on the side, but it's not uncomfortable. The seat height for a mini bike is actually somewhat high. It's not as low down as a Honda Grom. So yes, when you sit on a proper bike and then sit straight on this, it feels a bit like you're riding a BMX, but like my legs aren't, look at the bend in my knees. They were more uncomfortable and tucked up on my old Aprilia RS 125, which had twice the seat height. Yes, it was tucked up racing position, but the overall comfort is actually pretty good. The seat's relatively okay. It's like it does get a bit uncomfortable. If I'm honest, the seat is quite hard. So an upgraded seat could be better, but like, look, you're not going on crazy long rips around along the highway where you're going to have to be sat down for hours and hours and hours. So for the most part, the comfort is actually pretty good. And I've got full gear on at the moment. Shout out to Saint, my garment sponsors. Not garment, I guess garments, protective wear sponsors. They haven't sponsored this video or anything, but they do provide me with all my protective wear as well as stuff to give away to you guys, which will be more on that coming soon. But yeah, I've got full boots on, but it's pretty comfy. Like, so the boots are a bit clunky. Obviously they're race boots. They're not designed necessarily for this position, but it's comfy. The handlebars, if you were to hold it exactly on the grips, you see my elbows, it's pretty tucked in, but I just go like pinky finger on the outside of the bar, holding kind of the outside of the grip nice and wide, and it's pretty it's actually a pretty relaxed, comfy fit. It does feel somewhat like an MT-03 sort of position, a little bit obviously less tall and less like stretched out, if that makes sense, but it's pretty comfy, you know. You don't feel like you're riding a teeny tiny wincy little tiny motorcycle. Like, it feels small, but it doesn't feel stupid. Now when you catch a reflection in a shop window, perhaps checking out how sexy you look, and you're 6'2" and 90 something kilograms, does look kind of funny. But it doesn't feel funny. So if you can sacrifice how it looks, but that's kind of the point of this bike, right? It's fun. It's a fun little bike, and it makes people laugh and smile, and it makes you laugh and smile, and it's fun to ride around on, and it's a silly little toy or a great little commuter. So yeah, comfort wise, feel wise, looks wise, it's good. Oh, that's cool. It does make people kind of smile and laugh, and kids like to look at it and wave because it's like, oh look, big guy, small bike. I've been told I look a little bit like Donkey Kong, you know, like from Mario Kart? What's the original one? Super Mario Racing? I don't know. But I look like Donkey Kong riding his little bike, which I just take as a compliment that I'm such a big boy. Now we're on the main road. I feel like it'd be a good time to talk about power. Now, this is the 125. It's a 2022 model, potentially. 2021. It's not that old. So, obviously, it's not rapid. You know that. It's about 15cc. I don't know what it is. cc? That's not what I meant to say. It's about like 15 horsepower, maybe? I really don't know. Good research. I'll find out, and I'll put it here. But, that being said, it weighs, like, it might even be under 100 kilograms. I might weigh more than this bike. I think it's bang on 100 kgs. Like, you can pick it up and kind of move it around a little bit, which is great. I don't know if you've ridden the only other 125 I've ridden was my 2-stroke Aprilia, and that thing you can't really compare to this because it's a completely different beast. It's like meant for racing. So that thing was speedy for a 125, but I don't know, I've got this to 100 kilometers an hour allegedly, which, you know, for a bike that's got scooter tires, a little single cylinder engine, and racing winglets, I think that's pretty good. Like, if you're not, to be honest, I don't actually think you're allowed to take this on the highway. I'm not sure. If you did, you'd be pretty pinned the whole time in 5th. But like, I'm in 4th gear now, going 53 kilometers an hour, 6,000 RPM, which is all right. Like, you can still kind of pull a little bit. At traffic lights, you'll still beat like every car off the line, unless it's like a sports car and they're really, you know, trying to show how big their dick is versus this tiny little bike. If you're just commuting or yapping around with friends or whatever it may be, first bike, it's feels very, very good. Okay, screw this. It's no longer a first ride review. It's a long-term review, but I'm not going to change the title. You can just live with it. But you're obviously not buying this bike for straight line speed. You might be like a commuter that you can weave in and out in traffic. Oh, this is the steep road. We're going to go test it on a very steep street. Excuse me. See, just squeeze through that gap. Oh, here we go. How does the Benelli 125, how does the Benelli TNT 125 fare against Sydney's steepest hill? I don't know if that's true or not, but we're going to try. I might let this car pass though, because I'm going to be slow. Alright, first gear. Second gear, here we go. Throttle's wide open. Oh, we might even tickle third here. Third gear. Okay, that might have been a mistake. We're dying. Oh, wide open. Oh, revs are dropping. Will we need to drop down to second again? Yeah. Oh, and there goes the nitrous. Here we go. Go on, you little Benelli. The Benelli lugs a 100-kilo man up steepest hill in Sydney. Look at that. Oh, not even a struggle. So there is your answer. Yes, the Benelli TNT 125 can take on Sydney's steepest hill. Probably. I don't know if that's a fact, but that hill is pretty fucking steep. But this bike is so fun. Like, it's such a small little toy. Oh, we're here. We're here. We're here at the viewpoint. Whoa. Whoa. There's someone in my seat. There's someone in my seat. Let's just, let's go have a little look. Oh, that's a nice house. Oh, one thing, the coolest thing about this bike. The old school flip key. I used to have a VW Passat back in the day that did that. Now I've got to try and not look creepy behind this man trying to enjoy his lunch. I'm going to park the bike over here. I think that would look quite cool. Could be a thumbnail, who knows.
What angle do I want? Maybe this one? Yeah, good girl. Car coming, don't step out in front of the car. Oh, what a day. It's a good thumbnail. Feels like a bit of a Lion King moment. Benelli, everything the sky touches can be yours, or whatever the quote is. I don't know. I don't really know what else to tell you about this bike, because it's a mini bike, right? So there's not like a million specs to go on. You're not going to buy one if you want a big bike. You're going to get one if you want a mini bike. Would it be a good first bike? I honestly think yes, and particularly this one. Like, the Grom is great. Hondas are great. That's a lie. I've never ridden one. I don't know. I know Hondas are good, and I know everyone loves them. But more expensive, yes. Maybe more reliable. I don't know. Don't know what's quicker. I don't know what's lighter. This one comes in green, which is cool. It's a bit more unique looking. And if you're a bit smaller, like, the seat's a bit higher, so you can still reach the floor and everything, but it feels more like a normal bike, if that makes sense. Plus, these are cheap as dick. Like, you can pick up one of these secondhand for like 2,000 Aussie dollars. Ride it for 6 months, you'll still be able to sell it for like 1,600 to 1,800. Now, that's not financial advice, but like, these little bikes kind of, I don't know, there's always some sort of demand for them as long as you keep it in relatively good shape. I paid piss all for this. I paid like 1,300, but that's because it had so many issues. But all in all, I probably spent about $1,600 to $1,800 on it, maybe. That's like getting 2 new tires for it, parts I need to fix, blah blah blah. So they're cheap. Oh, next point, great point. Fuel. Oh, a full tank of this is like $10, and it lasts me like 2 weeks, I swear. And I ride, this is my only mode of transport. I ride every day. I don't know how many Ks I do every day, but I ride every day. And $10 in fuel. Oh. Sometimes it'll be like, I'll feel like it's empty, I'll go fill it up, and I put like $5 in. It feels almost silly, but then that lasts me forever. So if you're tight on money, you don't want to spend too much on fuel, it's a pretty good option. It's such a fun bike. Would I have it over a big bike when I get my full license? Probably not, because I like big bikes and I like going fast. But would I have one as a secondary bike so that I don't have to ride my big bike every day? Absolutely yes. I probably won't sell this until I move. So with these little bikes, it's like, what are you looking for? Do you just want a bike to get to work? Do you want a fun bike? Do you want a fun bike to finish off being on your P's? Do you want a second bike that's really cheap, that's still fun, and you don't have to buy a scooter? Because it's kind of like this or a scooter, right? At the end of the day. Then yeah, this is an awesome option for you. Like, subscribe, comment what you think of the Benelli TNT 125. Tell me how sexy I look on it. And I will see you next time. Bye.